skinny leg legend. Oregonian, it's hard to meet a Fevin. I might grow me a gut like my dad. My folks want grandkids really bad. So baby, do you wanna be a mini baby mama? Yeah, our kids could be East African, or they could be an accident. How you rap like that's what they asking him. I was poor and I'm black, so I'm taxing them. Just a couple reparations that I factor in. We saw the Toyota Ethiopians, yeah, but I'm on right now. I wanna start and get down. A lot of rain in my life I found, so please shut the fight down. I need that.
An immigrant who came into this country, adapting it every day, the language barrier, the culture barrier, everything, but you have to face it. I've been working my butt off, you know?
Welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland, Ohio, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed, and that means we are set for football at Huntington Bank Field. And tonight we start Week 5 with a prime-time matchup, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Cleveland Browns. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. These guys struggling a bit here in the early going, winning only once over their first 4 games. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer out of Colorado. It's Shedeur Sanders.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
First down. First and 10.
Play action. It's Sanders. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of the team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led out by the former Wildcat, their rookie QB from Kansas State.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how did it get a win?
Johnson was the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. You look at this Browns defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not bad.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. Shoves him away. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown. New York. Malik Neighbors, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Groupie able to add the PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Ready?
On the ground, it's Judkins to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The Browns at 3-1 here through their first 4 games, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
That's good. 4A.
Here we go.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, second down. Now Sanders. Over the middle, complete to Judy. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Open man, he completes it to Judy. Well, the Browns are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. To throw now, here's Sanders. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Hopkins' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball is gone. Didn't happen in this case.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So this is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
At the 9-yard line.
Throwing, Sanders. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Let's go now.
On first down is Jenkins. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 5-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jenkins. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
From the gun, it's Shador. And he'll be hit as he releases it. That'll fall incomplete. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And New York set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep them short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Sanders. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Sanders. Just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Sanders to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second and 11. And this is going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there. It looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Catch made by Slayton. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And they will take over first and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 25, here's a second and 8. To throw is Sanders. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
From the gun on third down, Sanders. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Second down and a yard.
Second and a yard.
Let's go now.
37-yard.
To throw again, here's Sanders. Screen play, setting it up for Mitchell. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Come on, go.
They'll run. This is Judkins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Second and 15. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
That's good for another Cleveland Browns. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the gun, it's Sanders. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. 20-yard touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, a famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Set to take the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Giants.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because in incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And that is incomplete. Well, following the play here, now we've got an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Sanders looking middle, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
13 more yards. That's another Browns first.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
Okay, ready?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Sanders. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Setting up a screen for Jenkins. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Giants offense set to begin this third quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Second and a couple. He'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
A quick throw out wide caught by Robinson. But he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
That's complete. It's Neighbors. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down. They'll look to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys be able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. It's a quarterback sneak. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They go play action here on first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Malik Neighbors with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
The Giants will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Browns offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Browns drive about to get started. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down.
At the 41-yard line.
Come on, come on.
Give up the middle, Jenkins. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be
in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Out of the gun here, Sanders. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good.
Shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Giants are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Giants first down.
Looking to throw. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And to the 36-yard line. and taken down there after getting 8 yards. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
36-yard line.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Giants.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Oh, felt like that move deserved more than he got there. A gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. He will push his way down to about the 14. Greg Newsome up to make the stop. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Back to throw. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Those INTs all sting. When you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
So here are the Browns to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And he finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Brings up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Sanders. Open man. He completes it to Judy. You take a look at his receiving numbers so far. He's been terrific. Up over 100 yards now for the game.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the toss, it's Mitchell. And he stopped immediately there. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Hopkins now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And New York set to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it's second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 8. It's complete to Robinson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll set up a throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
First down, Giants.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
2nd and 13. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they pulled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost, and then a little bit more.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Again, he'll drop to throw. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Cam Scatteraboo, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And the point after, good by Groupie. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd down at the Giants' 25-yard line.
Once again, Jumpkins. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Giants now down by 13. A minute 53 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Tackled back at the 30-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes third down and 7. On play action, here's Shador. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. The Browns send out their punter now. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pass complete to Robinson. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Robinson. A 2-yard gain. Brings up second down.
They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Well, they need to score, and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10. A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. They'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Oh, and he'll be tackled and covered up inbounds. They get another first, but they're working with no timeouts. So there's the spike as it comes with 23 seconds to go. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Here's first down.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Giants.
And the spike comes with 9 seconds left to go. 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that is going to officially draw the curtain. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halting at the 12-yard line. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against the top 5 defensive unit in the league. And they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it. Opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Browns, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.